The first land grant was in around about 1830 to a George Mole who owned a lot of the land at Mount Kembla. And over the years, the next few years, smaller farms gradually worked their way up the escarpment. And they were the poorer farmers, Irish Catholic families, etc., that were developing subsistence farming, and they would have been the first ones that actually used the coal, as far as European history is concerned, for their own use, for the fires and rendering fats and things like that. But then the industrial use really commenced with the discovery of kerosene shale, just up behind the Mount Kembla village in the American Creek. And the kerosene shale was assessed as being very profitable, so over the next few years they talked John Graham into developing a shale mine on his property. So that commenced production in 1865, and there was a coal company, Mount Kembla Coal and Oil Company, that took over the lease of the kerosene shale area that later became the coal mining development. This was financed in Great Britain. A gentleman by the name of William Burrell went to England and got £100,000 in £10 shares from the London stock market. They set up a board of directors out here with Ebenezer Vickery as the chairman of the board out here, and he oversaw the commencement of the Mount Kembla coal mine and the development also of the rail line from Mount Kembla mine out to what was then called Red Point.
Ebenezer Vickery, son of a bootmaker, gradually built up a vast empire of manufacturing, mining, shipping and property. In 1887, Vickery was appointed to the Legislative Council of New South Wales, from which he stoutly defended capitalism and attacked unionism. He opposed the 8-hour day, and he strongly advocated for child labour.
It is better for lads between 12 and 14 to be usefully employed than for them to be running wild and becoming larrikins.
He was a Methodist with a strong dedication to his church. He helped Indigenous communities and funded tents complete with teams of evangelists to preach throughout Australia. His name literally meant the Lord's helper.
So a very important feature of the Illawarra area was the development of Port Kembla wouldn't have resulted really without the rail line directly from the Mount Kembla coal mine. So in 1883, the first production coal came out of the mine onto the line and straight out to Red Point at the time. So the ships were able to berth alongside the jetty out there that was built from the local timber here. That was probably one of the biggest economic drivers of the state, and also contributed greatly to the new federation in 1901 when we federated and Port Kembla developed. It was probably equal as one of the biggest economic drivers of the country at the time, which is pretty significant. There's been a mine continually in the Mount Kembla area from the 1880s right through until the present.